Hello friends and welcome. We're playing some more Steins Gate today, a day earlier than initially planned just because of some family scheduling stuff. I don't even remember what we did last time. We named our emails to the past. We sent a crap ton of them. We didn't have our rent raised. You're not a horrible person, Samus. Believe me, I have muted so many channels across Discords. It's fine. Especially if you're the type of person who's joined like 20 Discords. There's no way you can look at all of them, so I just started muting them also. So, do not worry about it. Oh yeah, and then we brought up Fast Typing Fingers McGill over here. And Daru lets slip that our thing is actually a time machine, and now she's part of our group too. And apparently she has something she wants to tell us. I remember it being something that sounded long and complicated and like I didn't want to handle at the end of last stream. So let's find out what that was. Alright, we're just explaining what a time machine is. That should be real simple, right?
お前にも後で見せてやる。だから絶対に口外するな。いいな。
Moeka nods.
よし、プログラム終わった。
Christy, lying on the sofa, looks up from the technical manual she was reading. She got about 30 minutes ago. It's a nice thing to read in your off time. Stream froze for you. No notifications on my end. Stream quality seems good. Could be on your end, could be Twitch. I'd recommend just refreshing. Good to know. Well, it sounds like you've got it sorted out then. That's good to hear. Your voice is so soft, Mayuri.
案ずることはない。俺は昨日ミスター・ブラウンとこう約束したのだ。今日はもう揺らさないと誓うとな。つまり揺らさないと約束したのは昨日だけであって、昨日から見るところの明日である今日は揺らしても問題ないのだ。
Only applied to yes since today is yesterday's.
何の解決にもなってないだろう。どうしてそこまで自信満々でいられるのか不思議。
つまりこう言いたいのか、クリスティーナ。ミスター・ブラウンをやれと。
Okay, apparently we're just straight up killing a dude right away. Sounds good. Oh, recovering from migraine? I hate migraines. I've only had like a few in my life, but they are like some of the worst things. Yeah, echoing what Samus said, take care of yourself. Honestly, when I have a migraine, I just like to be like face down in my pillow in a dark room. Why am I lucky? Because I have to kill someone?
言っとらんわ。それに岡部みたいな兵糧が向かっていってもあの店長にはかなわないでしょ。
Yeah, my partner's like that. She gets migraines probably like 2 or 3 times a month.
ムキムキだもんね。
And it basically just like wipes her out in the evenings for like 2 or 3 days straight. Unfortunately, it's impossible to experiment without shaking the building. I have no choice but to negotiate with Mr. Braun somehow. The other 4 members look at me in anticipation. Are they planning to sacrifice me? Samus's apparently we're the one who's gonna get murdered. Trying to think of a way to avoid talking to the manager. I wander over to the window and look outside. We have mail from Malukako. Subject, I'll be careful. The Garo Froggies are responsible, but he was acting strange. Way before Garo Froggy existed. Sorry, I've said something impertinent. I'll be careful from now on. He'll be okay, right? P.S. I didn't swing Samidare again. What the heck did we send Lukako? I have no recollection. Alright, we told her her frog keychain was making her father act weird. Awesome.
Hmm?
The street below is mostly empty. A girl is polishing her bicycle in front of the building. Much younger girls squatting next to her, watching her work. They're alone. I can only see the backs of their heads from here, but I know who they are.
そこのバイト戦士
When I call her, Suzuha looks left and right while wiping the sweat off her brow before finally looking up here. Yeah, for me, I know mine are for sure stress-induced. Yeah, no worries. I'm not quite sure my partner. I think hers is like a combination of like stress and like weather related. Because it often seems to be that like when there's a big storm coming, she gets migraines kind of deal. That might just be more stress around that, 'cause she also doesn't like storms. Oh gosh, the voice is muted because she's a floor below us. And what is this weird zoom in? The girl beside her also looks up. This cute little girl is Tenoji Nai, Mr. Braun's only daughter. Looks like she came to play with her father today. I've always wondered how it's possible for such a muscular man to spawn such a cute girl. Nai bows her head when we make eye contact. I return the nod, then call out to Suzuha. For us being on the second floor of a building, they're not really looking up. They look as if we're standing literally next to them.
見ればわかんじゃん。自転車磨いてんだよ。
今日はバイトじゃないのか
バイトだよ。だからここにいいんだし。
You're polishing your bicycle even though you're at work? I mean, I guess the store barely has any customers. To put it bluntly, is there even a need for a part-timer?
彼女、まだ自転車いじってたの？
I can hear Kurisu's sour voice from inside the lab.
さっき私が来た時も階段の前にいて、思いっきり睨まれた。
Looks like they're still fighting.
おいバイト戦士ミスター・ブラウンはどうしている
ミスター・ブラウン？誰
？1階のジャンク屋の店長のことだ。
ジャンク屋じゃなくてブラウン管専門ショップでしょ。
My assistant's so picky. Junk shop was just a joke to add a little Hoen Kyoma spice to the mix.
ああ、ミスター・ブラウンってそういう意味か。お父さんの名前はミスター・ブラウンじゃないよ。
The little girl diligently corrects us on her father's name. She must not get the joke.
店長は出張サービス中。しばらく帰還しないんじゃないかな。
何それは本当か
ほんと。じゃなきゃ私ここでサボってないよ。
You're slacking off all the time. You've yet to prove me otherwise.
サボってることは店長には内緒ね。じゃあ今度自転車に乗せて。
It's a blessing from the gods. I give my gratitude to part-time warrior and shift my attention back inside.
聞いた通りだ。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだろう。
How has my day been? My day's been pretty good. Yeah, I mean, not really much to talk about. Work was alright. Nothing like really stressful coming out of that, so that was good.
不在すなわちそれは 実験し放題であることを意味する
And yeah, I mean, the evening's been pretty chill. You were with me in Mim's stream. It was good to see him after he left yesterday. So I'd sent him some messages, but I'm sure he had been super busy and he hadn't gotten back to them. So it was good to actually see how he was doing in the UK.
結局根本的解決はまた先送りするのか？
シュタインズゲートの選択だと言っている
何でもいいからさ、とりあえず電話レンジセカンドエディションバージョン 1.03 を試したいんだけど。
Please tell me I don't have to now call it Phone Wave Second Edition V1.03.
セカンドエドションバーゼロション
Or I can call it that, Second Attention Verse Erosion.
セカンドエディションバージョン 1.03
How did we get to version 1.03? If you're jumping to second edition, why wouldn't you just do 2.0? If you've changed your major
そん
build.
なやぼったい言い方はよせこの改良型はヘブンリーメリーゴーラウンドだ
I mean, we're now calling it the Heavenly Merry-Go-Round. That makes even less sense. So I hope we're all happy with ourselves.
名前なんてどうでもいいだろ。いいから実験を。
The sound of a camera interrupts our quarrel. Moeka has her phone pointed at us. How many times have I told her not to take pictures?
楽しそうだったから
Mayuri smiles happily. Daru doesn't react. Kurisu turns away in a huff.
そんなわけない。少なくとも私は。
Yep, Heavenly Merry-Go-Round. That's what our character wants to call it now. I guess we're like Android iOS versions. We've gone from like ice cream sandwich to lollipop to
それにしてもこの助手ツンデレである
How have we not encountered the word tsundere yet?
誰がツンデレだ。
おおマキセ氏ってツンデレの意味わかるん
知らないわよ。
どう見ても知っているな顔にそう書いてある
She totally knows. Kurisu bites her lip. So she is familiar with otaku culture. Wonder how she got that knowledge while living in America.
早く実験を
You don't know and you're kind of glad? Well, let's fix this and go to our tips list. Tsundere, a girl who's often aloof. Fine. Moeka's tired of waiting. She's shown great interest in the time machine ever since we told her the truth. I mean, why wouldn't she? If someone's like, yeah, we have a time machine, and they can prove it to you and show you, how would that not be of great interest? Of course, I made her promise never to write an article about it. I threatened to take her phone away if she breaks her oath. The phone wave, name subject to change, is ready to send a D-mail whenever we are.
じゃあオカリンの携帯に転送されるように設定するから
I'm kind of happy I'm still calling it name subject to change, even though we've like said its name 3 times. Daru types my phone's email address into the X68000's keyboard. We decided Mayuri was going to be the one to send the D-mail, so she starts typing on her phone. Set the microwave timer to 60 pound and press start. Even though the door has been removed, the microwave runs like always. The discharge phenomenon occurs. Myri's mail goes through the phone wave. Name subject to changes. Dedicated phone to mine. Pound. It's the original name for the hashtag symbol. It was the pound key. Or the tic-tac-toe, as some people might know it. If you've ever been in like a phone menu, why does the microwave have that? It's not actually the microwave. It's when you're texting commands to it, they're using the pound or the hash as the like identifier to start the command, similar to like you might do exclamation point in like a Twitch chat. Moeka stares at my phone in what I assume is disbelief. Well, it's hard to tell given her lack of expression.
どうだこれで電話レンジカッコ仮が紛れもなくタイムマシンだと分かっただろう
Moeka just keeps staring at my phone. Part-time warrior's voice comes from outside the window. I decide to ignore her. That could explain the text messages, but how do you explain the gel nanas? Every time I just think of an old woman who is turned into jello. Which, actually, considering CERN's experiments might have already happened. Have you ever microwaved a gel nana for 120 seconds? Well, I haven't had a gel nana, first of all, so I can't have microwaved it for 120 seconds, but I've never put a banana in the microwave for 120 seconds, because I would like to still eat my banana afterwards, and not waste it. Mr. Braun is one thing, but she doesn't scare me at all. Yet.
さてラボメンの諸君
It's literally the exact same background before, they've just added in Moeka. I assemble all the lab members, including Moeka, for a meeting.
第73回円卓会議を始めようと思う
昨日は第66回だったぞ。
Ignoring my own
間の
round
6回
table
は
to
ど
check
こに
my
消えた
mail. Oh my... Are you kidding me? Is Moeka going to be texting us the entire round table? She asks, "What's a round table conference? Tell me." I have no option to reply to that, so I guess I ignore you.
細かいことを気にするとは器の小さいやつめだからクリスティーナは助手止まりなのだ
Okay.
だから私は女子でも
I'm glad
ク
I
リス
didn't
ティー
have
ナ
to
でも
say
ないと
that.
あれほど
I hate our character too. I know some things about what happens after. They are pretty much a total dick for probably the entirety of this game, at least. There's games after it where they're still a dick, but they eventually get better. But it's not worth it. I ignore Chris's complaints and proceed.
オペレーションウルド第一段階では D メールが送れること D メールの性能について検証した
We discovered that we could only send up to 36 English characters and try my patience. Operation Erd sounds military. Hey Avier, how's it going? Our mailbox is just gonna be filled
今
by
日
the
の
end
実
of
験で
this
は
conversation.
作戦を第2段階へと進め、この D メールをより実践的に使ってみようと思う。
Practical applications.
朝に届くようにして「おはようオカリン」ってちゃんと見てもらえるようにするんだね。
That's
そんなわけがあるか。
very practical.
そんなものはチラシの裏にでも書いておけ。
チラシの裏じゃオカリンに届かないよ。
俺が言っている実践的というのはすなわち
I don't know which is a worse conversation. Just the juxtaposition of Moeka standing to the left of our phone, like zoned out like she's a robot, and then just typing LMAO Mayuri-san sure is funny. It's fantastic. Take a short pause to look at all 4 members, then I lower my voice.
過去を変えられるかどうかだ。
Shock ripples through the room.
ちょっと待って、そんなの危険すぎる。あんた神にでもなったつもり？
Wow, change the past? I wanna try.
おや、助手よ。何が危険だというのだ？
タイムパラドックスよ。もしも仮にパラドックスが発生した瞬間に世界が吹き飛んだら、あんたどうするつもり？
Yes, let's blow up the world.
その時は俺もお前も死んでい
Yes,
るだろう。
Moeka looks like furniture just standing there. I guess we'd be dead. I love this.
そんな無責任な考えで過去を変えようなんてふざけてるの？まさかあんた本気で世界に混沌をどうたらとかを実行に移そうとしてるんじゃないでしょうね。
いやいや、それはないわ。マキセシ、オカリンの言うことはもっと適当に受け流しておけ。
Moeka says, Chaos? What's this about chaos? Are you a bad guy, Okabe-kun? I love how we're responding to absolutely 0 of these messages. Yes, keep blaming chaos.
そう？
大丈夫だよ。オカリンはね、本当はとってもいい人なんだから。
俺に対する評価など聞いてはいないが、クリスティーナの疑問には答えておこう。
Moeka says, Nice person, I disagree. You won't lend me the IPN 5100, meanie.
確かに俺の野望は世界に混沌をもたらすことだ。しかし、それを実行に移すにはあまりにも準備が足りなさすぎる。
We're plunging the world into chaos, so we have to blame chaos another time. I'm okay with that.
ましてや、18文字しか送れないメールではできることなどほとんどないだろう。ゆえに今回は俺の野望、プロジェクトカオティックについてはひとまず置いておく。
Project Chaotic.
プロジェクトカオティック。
If we keep blaming chaos like this, we're gonna surpass the chaos counter in every other channel.
思いつき？
マキセシ正解。
イエス。
Yes.
たった今思いついてとりあえず行ってみたっていうオチかと。オカリンっていつもそうなんだよな。
俺を分析するな、ダル。あとそこの助手、正解したかのようなガッツポーズはよせ。俺をバカにしてるのか。
Moeka says, ROFL, Okabe-kun's funny too.
ねえねえ、それじゃあ実践的な使い方ってどんな使い方なのかな。
過去を変える具体的内容について詳しく。
まず、これはあくまで検証実験だということを忘れるな。過去を変えられるかどうかを確かめられればそれでいいのだから、変える事象は些細なことで問題ない。
岡部、あんたバタフライ効果って知ってる？
もちろんだ。
Moeka says, Butterfly? I've never heard of the butterfly effect. Everyone's so smart. I can't follow the conversation. You're still following it much better than Mayuri, I assure you.
ああ、あれっしょ。風が吹けばおケアが儲かるってやつ。
I do not understand that saying. I don't think that...
あ、いや、それは
Thank you.
同じ意味のようだけど違うような。
Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to make
北京で
sense.
蝶が羽ばたくとニューヨークで嵐が起きるだろ。
There we go. There's the actual butterfly effect.
あ、そうそう、それカオス理論の一つ。
We have chaos theory. Okay, we have to learn about chaos. Chaos theory, the theory that even if something can be expressed with a simple formula, it's hard to perfectly predict its outcome. However, this doesn't mean that the result is random. It means that the slightest variation in initial conditions can cause a wildly diverging outcome. This theory only applies to longer-term predictions. Thank you, Chaos.
つまりあんたの言う些細なことでも意図的に変えれば未来に重大な影響を及ぼすかもしれない。
I have not implemented Good Guy Chaos. Actually, let me open up a notepad, because that would not be hard to do. Add Good Guy Chaos. There we go. I will do that. Yeah, I will really do that. Because that's not the first time people have tried to use it, so it makes sense to add it after that.
その責任をどう取るつもり？
タイターはこう言っていた。世界は多世界解釈で成り立っていると。
だから過去を変えてもいいって？あんなうさんくさい自称タイムトラベラーの妄想を信じるの？
I mean, twice is enough. It's not like it's going to take me more than, like, 15 seconds to add it. Moeka says, like something out of a book. Many worlds mean there are more worlds just like this one. I don't believe it.
妄想だと証明できるのか？
妄想をよりどころにして行動した結果取り返しのつかないことになったらどうするのかって言ってる。
Chris and I glare at each other while I glare at my phone. Moeka, I don't think this argument is going anywhere. Thanks. For some reason, I always end up getting emotional whenever I argue with this impertinent assistant of mine. Such weakness is unbefitting of an insane, mad scientist. I need to calm down.
クリスティーナよ。お前は以前こう言っていたな。仮説を積み上げて理論が観測されたとき、それは本物になる。そうやって現代物理学は宇宙のすべての真実を理解すると矛盾しているぞ。
いいえ、してない。この電話レンジの原理にはまだ仮説すら構築されていない。今の私たちは手探り状態と言える。こんな状態で過去を変えてみようなんてリスクが大きすぎる。せめてもうちょっと調べてからにすべき。
No, she's not unconditionally opposed.
実は試してみたくてうずうずしているのではないか？
そんなこと。
Chrissy quickly looks away.
そもそも助手よ。お前は電話レンジカッコ仮はタイムマシンではないと思いたがっていたのではなかったかな？タイムマシンでないなら過去を変えることなどできない。
Can we change the past the main
それが
character
証明
doesn't
できるかもしれ
exist?
ないのになぜ否定する？
So, I don't know all the endings of this game. I just know that there's about 6 different endings to it. I don't think that's one of the endings, but I could be wrong.
うるさいな。
それにタイムパラドックスのことを言うならばセルンはどうだ？ 奴らはすでに100人以上の人間を過去に送り込んでいる。タイムパラドックスの一つや二つ起きていても不思議ではない。
CERN? Did you say CERN? Oh, just look at our mailbox. Holy crap. Today alone, we've had like 2.5 screens of just messages. One from Lukako. All the rest are from Moeka. All the rest.
あんな非人道的な実験をしてる連中と同じレベルまで落ちるつもり？
人体実験などしないしできないのだから安心しろ。
ねえね
Suddenly, Mayuri raises her hand. She's staring blankly at us this whole time, so I'm a bit surprised.
え、オカリンオカリン、あのね、マユシーはよくわかんないんだけど、過去を変えるって何をどう変えるの？
Finally, some constructive conversation.
では答えよう。俺がこの作戦において何をしたいかというと、
Yeah, unfortunately, Samus says I don't see anything on my end, so I hate to say it looks like it's on your end again. Or it's Twitch being weird. Hello, X-Spartan, how's it going? Of course, what everyone wants to do first, win the lottery. Everyone except for Moeka stares at me open-mouthed, mainly because Moeka has not moved this entire time.
僕は賛成。金があれば PC パーツ買えるし、メイクインにも行きまくれるじゃん。むしろ試さない方がおかしいっしょ。
Interesting. Let me quickly check my end. Yeah, I don't have any notifications on my end, so it has to be Twitch. Twitch being Twitch once again. That's my super hacker.
現金だな、オカリン。マユシーは悲しいです。もっとね、世界が平和になる方法とかを考えるべきじゃないかな。
Do something that will bring peace to the world. Okay. What was it? 32 character message can bring peace to the world
例えばね、
if we sent it back in
世界
time
中の
like
全
1
ての
week.
人がウーパクッションを持っているようにするとか。
Give everyone in the whole world a cushion will bring world peace. I can't believe we haven't thought of that before.
なんだその偽善は。
Yeah, Twitch gonna Twitch.
俺を誰だと思っている。狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。
岡部、志が低すぎ。
I'm surrounded by idealists.
そもそも趣旨を履き違えるな。世界平和だとか志など知ったことではない。これは過去を変えられるかどうかを確かめる実験なのだ。最も分かりやすいのは宝くじを当てられるか当てられないかだろう。
でも最大の目的はお金だろ。
金を手に入れればこんなオンボロビルからもおさらばだ。大ビルか UPX に事務所を構えてやる。
ほら、やっぱり。
綺麗事ではないのだよ。事務所を移れば開花のムキムキ店長の影に怯えず実験もやり放題。金があれば未来ガジェットに使える研究費も確保できる。それに例えば100万円あればマユリの大好きなバナナはトラックの荷台が山盛りになるほど買えるのだぞ。
A truckload of bananas. That's where real world peace is gonna come from.
トラックの荷台山盛
Okay, we've converted Mayuri.
まゆりさん、このゴーツ配りに惑わされないで。
黙れセレブセブンティーン。
セレンディピティ？
セレブセブンティーン。
何よそれ。
親の金でホテル住まいをしている分際で人のことをゴーツ配りなどと言うな。
Chrissy puts on a sulky expression. I feel like if everyone had a banana, we wouldn't be fighting as much. I mean, I guess it's harder to fight with a banana. But the banana itself will only last, what, at most, like a week or two before it goes bad? So you could buy peace for, like, a week or two, or until everyone eats their bananas. I'm 18 now, she protests, but I ignore her. Doesn't matter if she's 18. Sleb 17 sounds better.
萌香さん、あなたはどう思いますか？
I feel like they just had to drop that she's 18. For reasons. No reaction from Moeka. Really? Not even a message? Nothing? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Whatever my assistant was trying, it didn't work. I've no idea what Moeka is thinking, but I'll treat her lack of opposition as approval.
不満があるならば代案を出すがいい。過去が変わったと分かりやすく認識できる些細な事象だ。何かあるか？
私が今泊まっているホテルを変えてみる。
Chrissy's voice lacks conviction.
俺たちには全く無関係な話だ。セレブ17は品川だろうがウグイス谷だろうがどこへでも好きに移ればいい。
そんな言い方しなくてもいいだろ。
っていうか、なぜにウグイス谷？
あそこにはラブホ街が。
We're gonna get
そう
slapped
いうくだら
very
ないこと言ってる
soon.
とロボトミー手術してあんたの前頭葉をかき出すぞ。
Yep. Holy crap, a lobotomy? That's mad scientist territory. Lobotomies. Surgical brain treatment for mental disorders. A small hole is made in the skull and the frontal lobe is severed with a long scalpel. Yeah. Yeah, this was a treatment, they say, up until about the 1970s. I don't know if it ever really had much. It says cured mental disorders. I don't know how much it actually had. How do you quantify that? From my understanding, because like you're literally cutting up parts of someone's brain, is that it basically triggered the effects of similar mental disorders, just because your brain can't like connect things how it used to or how it normally did. So things like not understanding emotion or not being able to show emotion, things like that were effects of it. I'd recommend looking it up. I'm no expert by any means, so take everything I say with a grain of salt and always check it up.
じゃあいつも買ってるジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを若鶏一口唐揚げに変えてみるとかかな。
It's all about food with you.
マユリは一生唐揚げをむさぼっていろ。
Silence descends upon us. Krisu and Mayuri are still thinking, but I doubt they'll come up with anything good. As for Moeka, I can't tell what she's thinking, or if she's thinking at all. She's just staring at her phone, motionless, not even typing for a change. Daru's already declared his support for me. Now he's browsing Moe news sites as if this whole thing doesn't concern him.
結局、タイムマシンを前にしても思いつくことはそれほどないということだ。お前たちの想像
In
力
our
も
defense,
実に
Sam
大した
says,
ことがない
with the
な。
money, she can try every single brand of chicken she wants. And then if she wants to, she can change her chicken brand anyways.
代案がなければ俺の案を採用する。
Chrissy frowns, but she doesn't raise any more complaints. As I thought, she too wants to know if we can change the past. She's a scientist through and through. If I'm not mistaken, she has a bit of mad in her too. Mwahahaha. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. Or she can use a time machine to not spend any money while trying all the brands of chicken.
俺だ。これよりオペレーションウルドを第2段階に移行する。ああ、問題ない。責任はすべてこの法王院京馬が取る。迷惑はかけんさ。そうだ。これが俺の選択であり、同時にシュタインズゲートの選択でもある。聖戦は間近だ。エル、プサイ、コングル。
I put my phone away and look at my lab mems.
では、作戦開始。
We're missing Moeka. Nobody moves muscle, they just look at each other.
開始って言われても具体的に何をすればええの？
You just broke your brain contemplating how you could use a time machine to destroy mass.
俺に指示されなければ何もできないのか。
まずは宝くじを買ってこなくちゃ。
Yeah, I don't... Is that possible?
いえ、過去の当選番号を手に入れればいいのよ。
その通りだ、セレブ17。よくわかっているじゃないか。
セレブ17言うな。
つうかさ、宝くじにもいろいろ種類があるっしょ。ここはやっぱ夢のサマージャンボ行くしかなくね？
それね、こないだテレビの CM で見たよ。
当選発表はされたのか？
来週か再来週だったはず。
Your theory. If a time machine takes you and everything on you back in time, happens if you go back in time, spend $1, then go back in time to before you spend the $1, where does the dollar go? I guess that depends if you have like a linear world line. So you have the one world line and you're going like back and forth. So then mass is conserved along the entire line, although the mass can fluctuate from time point to time point as you jump around and spend your $1. Or you have like the multi-world line theory, in which case you're moving the mass from one world line to another, so then between all world lines mass is preserved. I don't know enough about time travel theories beyond that.
それでは意味がないではないか。D メールは過去にしか送れないのだぞ。
ああ、そうだよな。じゃあサマージャンボの抽選日まで待つとか。
本末転倒だ。
Just
サマージャンボに
pick
こだわ
one
る
that's
な。
already done.
一番近い時期に当選発表が行われた宝くじを探す
In
な。
a linear sense, would the dollar teleport back to your pocket? You're so confused. I don't... would it teleport back to your pocket? I don't think so, just from that point on where you've gone back in time and given them the extra $1, you could have potentially changed the future from that point onward, because now maybe that's the like $1 that person needed to make rent that month, and then they become super successful and go on to revolutionize whatever store industry that they work in. Yeah, I don't know. When you invent time travel, let me know. So in essence, the dollar ceases to exist and you screw someone. I mean, depends on your intentions. You've added an extra dollar to the past, so an extra dollar then exists going forward, and depending on how you use it, you could have screwed someone over or not screwed someone over. You could have benefited someone. Like you could go like back in time and give like a bunch of people money just randomly, if you wanted to.
ふむちょっとググってみるわ
I imagine most people who had access to time travel would do that, but Daru starts searching on his computer. Meanwhile, Krisu's thinking hard.
例えば未来から当選番号が送られてきたとして私は信じるかしら。
あのね、マユシーはそもそも
Oh no, I expect people to be total jerks. I'm saying they have that option, but I don't expect anyone to take that option.
そうよね。10代の女の子は宝くじは買わないと思う。
萌香は買ったことは
When I call it Moeka, standing alone in the corner of the room, her shoulders twitch, and she suddenly just appears back in frame. Then she shakes her head a little bit. Because her buying a ticket would involve her actually talking to people. Because at this point in time, I don't think online lottery tickets were a thing.
ロト6を1回だけやったことがある
I didn't even get a penny. That's usually how the lottery
お
works.
ロト6ならちょうどいいかもあれって確か当選番号を毎週発表してるし
Quick search reveals that Lotto 6 announces winning numbers every Thursday. They've also posted last week's 1st through 7th place numbers on their homepage. Okay, so multiverse theory. If you send an object back in time, there are now 2 duplicate objects, so you can create mass, or did that object always exist in the universe? Okay, so you take it back in time, assuming you're taking it back in time where that dollar has already been printed and not like before that. Actually, it doesn't even matter. You've introduced more mass to that particular instance in time, and going forward until you reach the time when you went back in time. I guess the real question is, when you add that dollar there, you've created, like, you've split off the universe at that level, and now you have 2. Are you responsible for creating all of the mass in that new universe that you've created by going back and changing the past?
この当たり番号を D メールで送るの
Or did that... You hate this game. This game has too much, like, physics for something I play, like, late at night. This game asks too many questions, makes us think about too many things.
そういうことだもちろんこれがロト6の当選番号だと補足してだが
先週の一等だと2億とか
What? 200 million? I think my heart skipped a beat there.
いや待て一等はまずい
なんで
This game is why you stopped watching The Flash as soon as you introduced time travel and try to explain it using physics, is where your brain explodes and you can't watch it anymore. My brother was really into The Flash. I, like, watched parts of it, but yeah, like, I got that where it's like... The Flash from this other world and this world will explode unless they bring back this thing from our world to their world, and I'm like, I don't care.
2億はさすがにビビっちゃうわよね。
いやそうでもなく一等は目立ちすぎる
は？
わからないのか俺は期間に追われている身なのだぞもしロト6で一等を出してマスコミから取材を受けることになってみろ立ちどころに存在が知られてしまうことになる
Yeah, I've never watched Doctor Who. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's just like a plot device to actually do whatever they want to do in that episode. At least from what I've heard, they don't, like you said, apply logic to it to try and explain it. It's just there.
ならんわ。
じゃあマユシーが当選したことにすればいいんじゃないかな。
ダメだ。オペレーションウルト第2段階はそこのセレセブが言ったようにリスクがあるのも事実。
セレセブって略すなよ。
She doesn't sound that pissed off that we're abbreviating it now.
責任は取るという意味で俺が当選者とならなければ。
まさかあんた金を自分のものにしたいだけじゃなかろうな。
I ignore Celeb 7's remark. The prospect of pocketing 200 million yen is certainly appetizing, but that would be too big a change to the past. Just like Celeb 7 said, we can't ignore the butterfly effect. We should flap our wings as softly as possible. I'm not scared or anything. Really. I promise, guys.
というわけでここは目立ちすぎずに2等を狙ってみようと思うのだが。
Oh, like, okay, the past...
2等の賞金は
Yeah, the past happens because of what you did, and if you don't do it, something else will cause it. The past is immutable.
前回の配当金だと2300万円。
3等を狙ってみようと思うのだが。
それだと70万まで減るけど。
それでいい。その辺が妥当だろ
う。岡部って結構チキンね。
さっきまでタイムパラドックスのリスクを心配していたとは思えない言い草だな。セレセブよ。
お願いだからその呼び方やめて。せめて助手にして。それに私はあんたの考え方に納得はしてない。
リスクを考えて多すぎず少なすぎずの絶妙な金額を設定しようとしているのにお前の方がよほどごつくばりだぞ。
どうだか。
No, you. I decide to let Celeb Sev have the last word.
70万円だとバナナはトラックの荷台山盛りになるかな。
If my conversion is correct, it was back in this game's what, like mid-late 2000s. It was about 100 yen to $1 US. So just divide by 100 and it would be $7,000. Nobody said anything about using the entire dividend on bananas. Looks like Mayuri intends to do so. Let's ignore the glutton for now.
3等なら数字を5個的中させる必要があるを。
Last week's 6 winning numbers were 2, 12, 19, 34, 35, and 40. The bonus number was 8. I don't know why. She's obsessed with her bananas and she's obsessed with her chicken. I don't know why. But also, why is she eating a rice ball in this picture and not her chicken or a banana? Oh, I should be reading this. First prize is matching all 6 numbers. Second prize is for matching 5 numbers plus the bonus number. Third prize is for matching only 5 numbers.
新たにラボメンとなったお前に最初の任務を与える。
Moeka stares at me. She clearly didn't expect her name to be called.
D メールとして送る文面を考えてもらおう。何も知らない1週間前の俺にロト6を買おうと思わせるような文章を考えてくれ。
私が
メールマンなのだからそういうのは得意だろ。
Never be silent, that's what makes people call your name. It just never look like you don't want to be called upon. If you look like you want to be called upon, then no one's going to call upon you. There you go. Moeka doesn't seem that interested, but she nods. How is she not interested? We're testing the time travel theory. We set the phone wave, name subject to change, to forward to my phone.
先週の木曜日っていうことは5日前か。D メールはそこに送るの？
Chrissy puts on her lab coat before checking the... Was your lab coat not on this entire time? Attach the phone wave, name subject to change. Yes, unless we apply double reverse logic. I mean, you can't ever not be called upon. Like, you will get called upon eventually.
だったら1週間前ね。7日は168
The
時間
only way
だ
to
か
win
ら
is to not to be
ちょっと
present
調
when they're
整して
asking for someone.
170シャープでセットしましょう。
Yeah, exactly.
170シャープ
Yes, Samus's. Moeka's finished typing the email into my phone. Zero 21219343537. Buy Lotto 6, sure to win. Yeah, I just lost the game too. Thank you for that, Samus's. And this sounds like such a scam message. We replace the number 40 with 37. This way we won't get first or second prize.
まあこんなものだろうな。
If someone if you got like a text message from a random number that's actually, will it? Yeah, it'll oh, I can't open my phone to see what the past ones look like. Would you actually buy the lottery ticket?
作り直す。
I stopped Moeka from erasing the mail. I would not either. It just sounds too scammy.
これでいい。他にやりようがないだろう。確かにうさんくさいがな。
I mean, first of all, I probably wouldn't even look at a message that wasn't from someone I know or from like some two authentication thing telling me what the code I need to enter on my computer is.
大丈夫だよ。むしろね、オカリンはうさんくさいものが大好きだから。
This is true. We do love shady things. That's not entirely incorrect, but it feels like she's making fun of me. Yeah, I hate all the scam phone calls I get. It's sort of chilled out a bit recently, but there was like a good period, like a good solid month and a half, where it was like 3 or 4 messages a day. In any case, our preparations are complete. It's hard to believe that this is all it takes to send emails to the past.
さて、シュタインズゲートを開くときだ。
I haven't got 7 calls from my own number in an hour. I have had calls from my own number, but I've not received 7 in an hour. That is ridiculous. I think the most I've had is 3 in like quick succession. They were from different numbers, but like clearly they were all the same scam thing, trying from like different numbers to see if I'd pick up within the span of like 5-10 minutes. And any number that calls me that I do not recognize, I block. So yeah.
前から気になってたんだけど、そのシュタインズゲートって何なの？
Oh, we have to explain Steins Gate? This'll be fun, I'm sure.
オカリンの口癖なんだよね。
Or Mayuri can just do it.
シュタインズゲートはシュタインズゲートだ。それ以上でも以下でもない。
Yeah. I'm just like gonna quickly look at my phone. I bet you I've blocked over like 100, maybe even 200 numbers. It's ridiculous. Settings, blocked numbers. It doesn't even tell me. It used to tell me how many numbers I blocked, but at my best guess, around like 120. Yeah, like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure my phone used to have like a little number at the top of like the block numbers, and it's just so much, it's just like, yeah, you've blocked too many numbers. But yeah, like my brother, he's been like job searching, and he was just able to get a job, what was that, like last week? But because of that, like he never knew who was calling him, so he always had to like pick up the phone, and probably like 9 times out of 10 it would just be a scam call. But like there's people like that, you know, looking for jobs or waiting for something from like a number from a doctor or a school or something, and you have to do it because you can't miss that call. Oh, I pressed the wrong button and it hit it for a second.
説明
There
に
we
なって
go.
ない。
いちいち水を差すな。今考えるべきはそこではないだろう。
I place my finger on the send button. My hands are shaking. I fight to keep them steady. Yeah, I had that like a couple months ago. Like I had set up an appointment with my doctor, and like it's all like virtual now, of course. And the doctor called from like a private number. I guess they have some service to like obscure their home number or cell number, which I completely get. You don't want people calling your like direct to your house number or your cell phone. You want them to book the appointment. Like I totally get that, but it is an inconvenience. So, I haven't had this personally happen to me, but one of the clients I work for, like they call other clients to set up like software installs, and they've had situations where those clients will directly call them back instead of going through like their help and support line, and sometimes at like ridiculous hours, like Saturday at 7 a.m. and things like that. And I would hate that.
じゃあレンジ起動させるぜよ。
I swallow hard. The turntable begins to spin backwards. The microwave comes to life. The timer ticks down. Please don't make me count this entire time. 163, 162, 161. Change the past. It seems very simple to do. But just like Chris, you said, there's no telling what might happen. I said I'd take responsibility, but that was just talk. If a time paradox does occur, it could do irreparable damage to the world I know. 150, 149, 148. How am I supposed to take responsibility for that? Lightning crackles in the air around us. It's working. All I need to do is press the send button. 136, 135, 134. I think this counting is actually decently in line if you timed it while reading the text. I can't stop now. I want to see what lies beyond. Curiosity pushes me forward. There's no way this will destroy the world. There's no way. 122, 121, 120.
エルプサイコングル
I press the button. No, 'cause the button I would normally press for it, just like the X button, is the same one to advance the dialogue. I can sit here and wait for it to send, and I guess in theory we could wait longer than the 170 seconds and be like, ha, we didn't do it, but I'm sure the game would not allow that. My phone displays a flying mail animation in the words, sending mail. 116, 115. Well, that happened. A wave of vertigo washes over me. Feels as if my feet have left the ground. Suddenly, my vision blurs and everything turns monochrome. Is the ground shaking? Every cell in my body is screaming, this is wrong.
オカリン、どうかした？
I'd like to point out a couple things. One, there's no longer a date and time in the top left-hand corner. And two, I cannot open my phone. Mayuri's voice brings me to my senses. I realize that color has returned to the world. What was that just now?
大丈夫？
Mayuri waves her hand in front of my face. After blinking several times, I notice I'm standing stock still, gripping my phone. Okay, it's still the 3rd of August. My phone should be displaying mail sent, but it's not. Instead, it's showing the normal standby display. Something isn't right here. I look around. I'm inside the lab. The phone wave, name subject to change, is non. When I sent the mail, the timer read 1:15. In other words, it should still be running for about 2 more minutes. Yet now, the phone wave, name subject to change, is silent. I scan the room. Other things feel wrong. Just a few seconds ago, Dara was sitting in front of the X68000. But now he's sitting in front of the lounge computer. Did he teleport? At least, I don't remember seeing Daru get up and move to the lounge. Kirsi was sitting cross-legged on the sofa, reading a massive technical book. She should be in the development room, too. Moeka is standing at the edge of the development room. Nothing particularly different about her. Mayuri is next to me, looking at me with a confused expression. This is wrong.
Mayuri,
You're scared?
俺は何分ぐらいここに立っていた？
Well, clearly we've screwed something up. Or changed something.
どういうこと？
いいから教えてくれ。
30秒ぐらいじゃないかな。
30秒？本当か？
急に電話レンジちゃんのところに歩いて行ったかと思ったら、携帯を取り出してね、すごくハーハー言い始めて。
Ha ha ha. Dang it, Daru. Be quiet. Daru calls out from the lounge.
すごくハーハー言い始めて。
Mayushi is just one of the names they call Mayuri. Daru, be quiet. Please.
やめなさい、変態。
Kirsten and Daru are exchanging their usual banter. How can these guys be so calm? I just sent a mail that may have changed the past. Why aren't they interested in the result? I still cannot... Oh, I can take out my phone. Maybe because he literally said, that's right, the mail. Okay, so that's... Okay, it's automatically checking this now.
メールは1週間前に届いている。
Slams head into desk repeatedly. That does not sound like a way to fix time travel.
何のこと？
金はロト6は当たったのか？
I search my memories. but turn up nothing. No memories of buying a ticket, no memories of winning third place, nothing.
そこのセレセブよ、俺は3等を当てたか。
だからセレセブって言うな。で、3等って何のことよ。
Well, we've made all of our friends forget what we did. Again, this feeling of disconnect. I approach Chrissy, who's lounging on the sofa.
今何と言った？
何よ。
今何と言ったんだ？
Chrissy glares back at me.
文句あるの？私が何を言おうと勝手。
そうではなく、3等って何のことと言っただろう。ロト6の3等だ。
は？
Chrissy gives me a puzzled look. Doesn't seem like she's messing with me.
誰？俺はたった今ロト6の当たり番号を電話レンジカッコ借りて送った。そうだな。おお、
Daru's eyes light up.
その発想はなかったわ。もしかして D メールでその方法を使えば僕ら億万長者じゃね？ PC パーツ買えるしメイクインにも行きまくれる。ひょー、みなぎってきた。
This is wrong.
マユリ、バナナでトラックの荷台を満杯にするって喜んでたよな。
トラックの荷台？誰が満杯にするの？
This is wrong. I look at Moeka. She's staring at the floor like usual. I don't miss the confused glance she throws my way.
待て待て、たった今オペレーションウルドの第2段階を実行に移しただろ。
第2段階って過去を変えられるかどうか確かめる実験のことでしょ。
そうだ、そのことだ。
だから今みんなで考えてるんじゃん。
何？
どんな内容を送れば過去が変わったかわかるだろうねって。
でもオカリンが言ったロト6のアイディアはグッジョブと言わざるを得ない。
でもそんなの現金だってマヨシーは思うな。あ、現金は現金でもね、諭吉さんいっぱいっていう意味じゃなくて。
そこは説明しなくてもわかると思う。
本当？よかった。でね、現金だからもっと世界が平和になりますようにみたいなのにしようよ。例えばね、世界中のすべての人がウーパクッションを持っているようにするととっても幸せだと思うよ。
それで幸せになるのはちびっことまゆしだけだろ、上皇。
What are these guys saying? They're acting like I never sent that D-mail with the winning numbers.
こんにちは。
The front door opens slowly, and Lukako sticks his head inside.
あ、ルカくんだ。いらっしゃい。すみません、急にお邪魔してしまって。
Lukako bows his head apologetically. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru go into welcome mode. Moeka keeps staring at her phone. I mean, I didn't expect anything else. But I'm not in any condition to greet Lukako. Can't stop sweating, and it's not because of the heat. I don't know what's going on anymore. Questions keep spinning around in my head.
ルカくん、マユシーのコス来てくれる気になったの？だったら嬉しいな。あ、いえ、そうじゃなくて。
Lukako looks at me apologetically, like he wants to say something.
なんだ
I reply mechanically. My mind is still blank.
実は岡部さんじゃなくて京馬さんに謝らないといけないことが。
What could he have to apologize for? Timidly, Lukako holds out his hand, and there, between his fingers, is a Lotto 6 ticket. I see numbers on it. 02, 12, 19, not 18, 34, 35, 37. He got the wrong ticket? The numbers are the same as the ones in my D-mail. I grab Lukako by his slender wrist. They are not the same, I just verified that.
ルカ子お前これをどこで
痛いです。
But matching... If we got 3rd place and they went up to 7th, we should probably still win something between 4th and 7th with 4 matches.
オカリルカ君をいじめちゃダメだよ。
Myri gets between us. Actually, out of sheer curiosity... Well, first of all, my outbox has been cleared of anything except for this. Oh, I guess I didn't send anything after that. We just only received all those 1,000 messages from Shining Finger. But we definitely sent other messages after that, which is interesting. So we definitely sent Lukako messages. Anyways, I let go reluctantly.
岡部、あんたどうしたの？さっきからなんか変よ。
暑さでやられた？
ルカ子すまなかっただが教えてくれそのロト6の剣はどこで手に入れた
僕京馬さんに数字を教えてもらって
教えた俺が
Lukako nods with teary
京
eyes.
馬さんから当たるかもしれないからこの数字で買ってみろって
This is wrong.
本当かそれはいつ
1週間前です
Damn you, past me. What were you thinking? This wasn't supposed to happen. This is wrong. However, the past certainly has changed. Or has it? Seems like it has, but at the same time, the present seems to have changed too. I mean, changing the past affects the
ロト
present.
6当てたの？
わあじゃあオカリンは超能力者だね
岡部、あんたまさか電話レンジで当たり番号を送ったの？
The question makes no
な
sense.
ぜ問いかけなのだお前も見ていたはずだ
見ていた？何を？
Disconnect. Our stories don't match.
送った3等の当選番号をついさっきだお前たちも一緒にいた全員で話し合ってその方法を選んだ
Yeah, we don't have any sent message, though.
そして過去は変わった変わったんだ
I glance at the phone wave, name subject to change. There's no denying it now. That grotesque appliance, the bastard child of microwave and cell phone, actually changed the past. We have the power of a god. But, you know, the thought process and self-control of a like 19-year-old human. Though I still don't know why everyone else forgot about it.
そんなことよりルカシ、いくら当たったん？
70万だな。3等だ。
I answer with conviction. However,
いえ、
Lukako begins fidgeting. Something strange about his behavior.
本当にごめんなさい、京馬さん。せっかくこんなすごいこと教えてもらったのに、僕数字を1個間違えて記入しちゃって。
Haha. Huh? He what? I stare at the numbers on the ticket in Lukako's trembling hands.
18が19だったら、京馬さんのおっしゃる通り3等だったんです。
うおー、惜しすぐる。
You did send it with 19. Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. Yeah, well, pretty sure you sent it with the 19. I've already double-checked. That was the case. I'll know if I check my phone's send history. It's making me take out my phone and do this even though I've already done this.
なぜだ。ないぞ。
The email I sent has vanished from my send history. Just like everyone's memories. The D-mail should be there, but it's not. Almost as if it never existed in the first place. Just check your received messages. It's there. I've already confirmed it, game. Yes, they were intentionally different. I ignore the worried stares of my lab mems and head outside for some fresh air. I still think if getting, 5 got us 3rd place, just by messing up the 1, we've still got 4 out of the, I assume 6, because it was Lotto 6. We still should have gotten some prize from it. I need to calm down and figure this out. The ticket Lukako bought turned out to be 4th place. There we go. It's answering my questions. The prize is just 5,000 yen, so $50 US.
そこの岡部倫太郎さ。
Suzuha calls out to me. She's still polishing her bike. Tanoji Nai is squatting next to her, watching her work with great interest. 2 questions come to mind. 1. How long has she been polishing that thing? 2. Just how much free time does the Brawn Tube workshop have?
洗脳されたような顔してるよ。大丈夫？
洗脳。俺が。
ここには他に誰もいないじゃん。
はあ。そうだな。
You have a theory. What is your theory, Samus?
それはどっちに対するそうだな。洗脳されたこと？他に誰もいないこと？
洗脳されたことだ。
されたの？
Suzuha suddenly steps up to me and grabs my face. Then she forces my eyes open with her index finger and thumb.
何をする?
Your theory is that while he sent the text back in time, he also sent himself back in time to before he sent the text. And yet we're still on the same day. It looks like we've either not really changed time at all, or we've gone back like an hour or something like that, or a handful of minutes. So even if we did send ourselves back in time, we've gained consciousness, I guess, regained consciousness on the same day and approximately the same time we left.
動かないで。
Suzuha peers into my eye with a serious expression. A second later, she lets go and steps back.
大丈夫。洗脳されてない。
Okay, good to know we haven't been brainwashed
なんだと
by the part-time employee downstairs.
洗脳されてる時ってさ、下まぶたの中によくチップが仕込まれてることがあるんだよね。
Yeah. Chip? Oh, I think I feel a sneeze. Ugh. Oh, did it go? Dang it, sneeze. Why did you go away? I'm sure it'll come back later when I don't want it to. Yes, you almost got a stream sneeze. I could feel it, and then it went away. I hate that feeling. Where did it go? Immediately after saying that, Suzuha gasps and covers her mouth. Then she puts her hand on my shoulder and gives me an embarrassed smile.
岡部倫太郎、今のは機密扱いでお願い。
My sneeze is now lost to the ether. Don't tell me. Is she?
そうか。お前も機関に捕らえられていた経験があるのだな。
機関？セルンのことだっけ？
いや、皆まで言うな。お前の苦しみ、俺にはよく理解できる。
そう？
機関がひた隠しにする巨大洗脳施設、通称アポカリプス・オブ・ガリアン。あそこはまさに生きる地獄。二度と思い出したくないのだな。
So instead we're gonna read our mail. From Ferris, Exactamundo. Her songs still contain words of prophecy. Before they reach it, Ferris must decipher the prophecies to find the location of the Holy Land. Yeah. Okay, let's read through our options. Mind telling me what's in those songs? Remember, if you refuse, I have ways of making you talk. There's no need to put yourself in such danger. Retreat immediately. Or, the sanctuary has been lost for 300 years. It's pointless to seek it now. Let's go with this. Apaka whatever.
生き地獄だったのは確か。
やはりお前とは良き仲間になれそうだ。バイト戦士よ、聖戦の日は近いぞ。
Cool. Suzuha lifts her hand in a half-hearted gesture of enthusiasm. Yay.
バイトのお姉ちゃん、洗脳って何？
Brain watching, yes. Naya asks as she tugs on the hem of Suzuha's clothes.
それにはこの王院京馬が答えてやろう。
Our answer can only be fantastic.
いいです。
Yes, hide. You actually probably should hide from us. We are an awful person. Naya hides behind Suzuha.
苗は岡部倫太郎が怖いみたいだね。
シスター・ブラウンよ、俺にイフを抱くのはいいが、同時に
Why is she
世界を
not
股に
daughter
かけるマッ
Braun?
ドサイエンティストへの敬意も
Why is she
払うべきだ
sister?
ぞ。
世界を股にかけてるの？
いかにも。俺の天才的な灰色の脳細胞は世界各国の首脳が欲しがるほどのものなのだ。
Cool, Miss Spam Call. Perfect. I will block them later.
へえ。
Still clinging to Suzuha's waist, Naya opens her eyes even wider and gasps in admiration.
洗脳ってのは今みたいなことを言うんだよ、苗。
何を言う、そこのバイト戦士。 俺は真実しか話していないのだから、これは洗脳などではない。
オカリンおじさんは嘘ついたの？
誰がおじさんか。
子供相手に怒鳴っちゃダメだよ。怯えてるじゃん。
But Mr. makes me sound old. Not even old enough to drink yet. What a disgrace. No, there's no point in getting angry at a child. I need to show composure as an adult.
あんたって岡部よりよっぽど変態ね。もうさん付けで呼んでやらないからな。
僕は変態じゃないよ。変態紳士だよ。
I don't think that really changes anything.
はあ？
ねえねえ、それよりオカリン大丈夫か
I can hear voices from the second story window. Since we can hear them clearly from here. Suzuha starts chuckling.
もしかしてずっと聞いていたか。
ごめん。盗み聞きするつもりはなかったけど、どうしても聞こえちゃうからさ。
タイムマシンのことも。
Well, she did now, you idiot!
ああ、聞いちゃった。やるね、この。
She strikes my upper arm in what I assume is a gesture of encouragement. What is way to go you supposed to mean?
口外したりしていないだろうな。もし誰かに喋ったりしてみろ。俺はお前の口を封じなければならなく。
喋ってないよ。私って結構口は固いからさ。
だったらいい。それで一つ聞くが、たった今2階で放電現象が起きたのを見たか。
放電？昨日みたいなグラグラ揺れるやつ？
I nod.
さっき1回やったよね。店長いないから助かったね。揺れて怖かった。
I ignore the little girl's honest impression.
たった今、ほんの1分前ぐらいにもグラグラ揺らしたはずなんだが。
お、そうなの？でも2回目は見てないの。
Suzuha tilts her head quizzically, then turns back to her bicycle, which we had to pan just to show you.
夢中だったのかもしんないけどさ。
This conversation only took a minute. Apparently.
苗は見た？
Or he's just being figurative that it has been minutes and not hours. Which is probably more believable. Sister Braun frantically shakes her head.
2回目は見てないんだな。
見てないです。
Disappointment spreads through me. What does this mean? Events I remember happening didn't. The fact that I sent a D-mail. The fact that we argued over what to send. But Chris herself remembers that I called her Celeb 7 during that argument. Right after sending the D-mail, I was hit by a feeling of vertigo. That's probably related somehow.
なんかあったの？
お前はタイムトラベルについて詳しいか。
それってどういう意味かな？
Suzuha seems slightly suspicious. Seeming suspicious? That's suspicious. So I explained to her what happened just now. Why are you just explaining your theories of time travel to, like, the person you hardly know who lives under your laboratory in the middle of the street? Yes, walking? That's suspicious. No, I probably won't understand a word of it, so I don't think it'll be necessary to silence her.
信じらんない。
Suzuha's dumbfounded after hearing my
そん
explanation.
なの聞いたことないよ。ねえ、本当のこと言ってる？
当たり前だ。
Believing us after telling you we've invented time travel? Suspicious.
そして過去を変えることができたのだ。我らの偉業を否定することは誰にもできない。そう、誰にもだ。
ああ、もうそういうことじゃなくて。
Suzuha grabs at her own hair in frustration, but then her expression turns thoughtful.
君の言うことが本当なのかどうかわかんないけどさ。
She suddenly lowers her voice.
こういう時はジョン・タイターに聞いてみればいいよ。
We're finally coming back to John Titor,
ジョン・タイタ
who we haven't really discussed or chatted about for a couple episodes, other than like a minor, like, bringing him up here and there.
今さ、話題になってるらしいじゃん。過去へ遡ってきたタイムトラベラー。なんか知ってっかもよ。同じタイムトラベラー同士ってことで。
なるほど。確かにお前の言う通りかもしれん。いや、それで間違いない。
The undoing of past events could possibly be explained through the many worlds interpretation that Titor talked about. Come to think of it, it was Titor's advice that led me to the IBN 5100. He should be able to give me a hint this time, too. Quickly take out my phone.
俺だ。ジョン・タイターはこの俺を導くために未来からやってきたかもしれん。なあ、そうだ。奴がこの2010年へとやってきたのはまさしくシュタインズゲートの選択だよ。エルプサイコングル。
バイトのお姉ちゃん、あのおじさんは誰と電話で話してるの？
The voice is in his head, dear. That's who he's talking
さ
to.
あ、誰だろう。未来人と交信してたりして。未来人？
シスター・ブラウン。俺の電話の相手が気になるか？
気になりません。
Naya shakes her head rapidly. She looks scared. I respond with the weird expression of a mad scientist who's seen everything and lost much.
気になったとしても今後絶対に聞くな。もし知れば俺はお前の口を封じなくてはならなくなる。さすがにお前のような痛いけな少女を手にかけたくはないのだ。
だから小学生をビビらせちゃダメだっての。
I assume Naya is frightened because of the aura of danger that follows me everywhere. No, it's just because you're a dick. She's right to be.
バイト戦士、俺は早速タイターに連絡を取ってみるぞ。素晴らしい助言に感謝する。
私役に立った？そんならよか。
Part-time warrior's eyes pop open mid-sentence.
うわ、やっばー。店長機関、店長機関。
I follow Suzuha's glance to see a moped headed this way. Judging by the sheer size of the driver, it must be Mr. Braun.
なえ、もし店長に聞かれたらさ、私はちゃんと店番してたって言ってよ。うん。だから今度自転車に乗せてね。乗せる乗せる。じゃあ頑張って岡部倫太郎。私応援してっからさ。
Suzuha pats me on the shoulder and rushes into the workshop. Naya and I are left in front of the store. Driver stops the moped and takes off his full face helmet, revealing Mr. Braun.
お父さん、おかえりなさい。
ないそこのうさんくせえ野郎に何をされた？
Finally, someone who understands us. Manager leaps from his moped and interposes himself between me and his daughter. His eyes are bloodshot. My spine freezes. What a powerful aura of malice.
てめえ、よくも俺の大事な娘をたぶらかしてくれたな。殺すぞ。
待ってくれ、俺は何もしていない。
だったらなんでおめえとナイが二人っきりで話してんだ。あ？
二人きりじゃない。今の今まで鈴葉もここにいました。あの女は仕事をサボってそこのチャリを磨いていたんですよ。
Well, we threw her under the bus real fast. Please forgive me, Suzuha. My life is too precious.
ナイ、そうなのか？
バイトのお姉ちゃんに自転車に乗せてもらう約束したの。だからサボってなかったって言わなきゃ。
Sister Braun ends up betraying Suzuha too. The manager breathes a heavy sigh.
サボる方法だけはうまいんだよな、あのバイト。
It's true. I've never seen her actually do work.
というか、
Doing work?
この俺を一瞬でも
That would
疑
be
ったことについての謝罪はないんですか？
ねえよ、んなもん。
Stubborn old man. He thinks he owns the place just because he owns the place.
今後もうちの娘をたぶらかそうとしたらただじゃおかねえからな。
そんな自殺行為はしませんよ。
Mr. Braun nods in satisfaction.
ねえ、シュークリーム買ってきたから一緒に食おう。
Stop talking about food. I'm starting to get hungry. He parks his moped next to Part-Time Warrior's bicycle, then enters the store hand in hand with his daughter. Cream puffs? Can't get any more out of character than that. Is this what having kids does to a man? I want to see them actually put the moped inside the scene. They put so much work into the bicycle. You couldn't put the moped there too?
あとなんで42型がつけっぱなしになってんだ。消しとけって言っただろうが。
ごめんなさい。
I'll leave Suzuha to her fate and return to the lab. I need to get in touch with Tater as quickly as possible. They didn't want to distract me from the bicycle. The bicycle's really important, apparently. You might be able to give me the answers I seek. Might even be able to explain the event that I witnessed a few days ago. The instantaneous disappearance of everyone on the streets of Akiba. When I burst into the lab, everyone looks at me with concerned expressions. The artist was just really proud of his bicycle. Mayuri starts to speak, presumably to console me, but I put my hand up to stop her, because I need to check my email. Ferris, Judgment Day. I can't stop now, Nya. Judgment Day is near. I have to keep going, Nya. I must find the sanctuary. That is where Ferris belongs, Nyan. Okay, see ya. Enjoy dying.
待て。事情はすべて後で話す。
I explain that we can't experiment anymore now that Mr. Braun is back. Then I dismiss everyone for today.
おかり？
What is wrong with Ferris?
明日バナナ買ってきてあげるね。
I don't know. She seems to be the only person who's more deluded than us. Mayuri picks her Upa plush toy off the sofa and hands it to me.
だからね、今はその子をむぎゅーっと抱きしめて元気出してね。
See, she's still trying to use that to make world peace. Looks like she's worried about me, but she shouldn't be. It's my job to worry about her. That may be like the first actually responsible thought this person's had in the like 14 hours we've played this game. She has work after this, so she leaves. Dara goes with her, probably to see Ferris. Before he leaves, Lukako apologizes again for messing up the Lotto 6 ticket. He knows about the time machine now. Next time I see him, I'll make him a lab mem to secure his silence. Moeka leaves with nothing more than a tiny bow. Which leaves, what, us and Christina? Less than 30 minutes. Christy and I are the only ones left in the lab. Moeka, it was fun. I want to hear more about time machines next time, okay? It's a promise. See you. We promise nothing. Except delusions.
そこの助手、お前は帰らないのか？
目障りなら帰るけど。
目障りというわけではないが、何か用事でもあるのか？
いいえ。でもちょっと考えたいことがあって。
ホテルに戻って考えればいい。
何？追い出したいの？
そうか。どうせ友達もいないし、ホテルに帰っても一人ぼっちで寂しいから、この法院京馬に構ってほしいというわけだな。このお子様セレセブめ。
寂しいのはあんたの方だろ。さっきからあんまり元気ないし。なんなら相談に乗るぞ。私はある意味で部外者だから話しやすいんじゃない？年下の女に相談する男の人ってぐにょぐにょだけど、それでもいいんなら聞いてやってもいい。
Why does she have to be such a smartass? She even has a mocking grin on her face.
俺はメールをする用事があるのだ。どうしてもここにいたいのならば邪魔をせず静かにしているのだな。ザ・ゾンビ。
その呼び方が一番カチンとくるわね。
Didn't we once call you like a perv and zombie is worse than that to you? Despite her complaint, Chrisu makes no move to leave. She sits down on the sofa and starts reading a massive technical book. On closer inspection, I realize it's in English. Maybe my assistant isn't a genius, but just an extreme studier. Hey, Avier. No, I did not, and that is not a reason for you to give me any. Samus's?
コーヒーを飲むか？
もらうわ。
I make some instant coffee for Chrisu. Thank you, Samus's. I take a fresh Dr. People out of the refrigerator for myself and sit down in front of the computer. Alright, let's do what needs to be done. I only hope this doesn't get undone too. My plan is to follow Suzuha's advice. You're not quite ready for the scold. Get in touch with Titer. After all, what I'm experiencing right now could have something to do with the many worlds interpretation. Which would mean that Chrisu sitting over there isn't the same Chrisu with whom I discussed the Lotto 6. I'm sorry, Samses. I hope you realize it's all in good fun. I'm not actually scolding anyone. Well, you at least haven't been irresponsible with your funds like Deadbeard. I am actually scolding him. How can that be?
何もぞもぞやってんの？
Kursu glares at me coldly. Damn it, she's looking at me like I'm a perv again. I keep telling her I'm not a perv, I'm Hoen Kyoma. Anyway, why am I the only one who remembers what happened? That's another question I'll ask John Titer. I don't know if he's a real time traveler, but he did help with the IBN 5100, so I'm inclined to trust him. But what should I write? Should I tell him everything? In any case, worrying about it won't solve anything. Enough stalling. I take out my phone. Question. Thanks for the intel on the IBN 5100. Code bases from CERN's database. And other news. Oh, it's going too fast. There we go. Avier, thank you for the single bit. I have now received bits tonight. Thank you for that. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I've successfully built a machine that sends emails to the past. When we change the past by sending an email, so that changed the world line. I noticed some events were undone. Does that mean the world line changed? You said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I'd like to hear the proof, if you don't mind. Thank you, Avier, but I should not be getting bits every day. There are many people who deserve bits. And we sent. I sigh and chug my soda. Now to wait for his reply. I checked the @channel thread just to make sure, but Tater hasn't posted recently.
ずいぶん深いため息ついてるわね。
Chrissy says without lifting her eyes from her book. Maybe I should tell her about how that D-mail changed the past. I hope you're pulling out your credit card because it's like the end of the month and you have to pay off your bills. I hope that's it. I should actually do that this weekend. What bills? You don't have bills? But how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Why am I considering talking to Krisu? Because I don't think Mayuri or Daru would understand this problem. Krisu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis. That's what I hope. Oh, we have an incoming call from Daru.
もしもし。
あ、オカリン、実はとんでもないミスに気づいたんだ。
This is Daru. What can the terrible mistake be?
ミス
He was going... Yeah, don't worry about the messages, Samus. Honestly, especially with Mim having moved to London, I doubt he can make this stream anymore because it starts at 1:30 a.m. for him. And yeah, even my Monday night stream starts at what, 11 p.m. for him. So yeah, it's I expect he won't be able to make as many streams, which is sad, but it's something we knew would happen. And yeah, he and I have to try and figure out some way to just hang out more just around that. Is it about the phone wave name subject to change? Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier? No, I'm guessing it's he, like, ordered the wrong meal or the wrong cat girl is serving him at the cafe, because it's Daru. I am excited for whenever you are prepared to stream again, Samus's. I gulp. I know it's pathetic for a mad scientist to show anxiety, but I can't help it. I lick my dry lips and wait for Daru to speak.
実はさ、ラボに財布忘れてきたお。
Okay, yeah, it's Daru.
なに
My advice on that is don't worry about conflicting with others. I mean, it is something that might happen and that's unfortunate, but people streaming at similar times means that it's more likely that you can potentially raid into each other and build up that way. Yeah. You have to do what you are able to do, unfortunately. Yeah, I know that too. And yeah, we'll have to see what it's like for him. Because I'm guessing it means more of his streams will end up being earlier in the day for us.
おかげでメイクインに入れないよ。オカリン、悪いけど僕の財布届けてくんない？ 俺にメイクインでドリンクおごるから。
貴様は神田川で水浴びでもしていろ。
I shout and hang up. Damn it, I got stressed for nothing. It's from Mayuri.
もしもし、財布は届けないからな。
We just looked at who the phone call was from. Oh, it's a video call. Fancy.
なんだ、マユリか。誰も一緒にいるのだろう。いいか、そのバカに金を貸す必要はないからな。
わかった。でね、オカリンも元気になったかなって思って、ちゃんとウーパをむぎゅーってした？
していない。そもそも俺はいつだろうと狂気と野心に満ち溢れたマッドサイエンティストである。
Indulge the girl, main character. Don't be a dick.
そっか。ね、何か悩みがあったら
Yeah, apparently they're
マユシに相談
FaceTiming
しな
on
さい
flip
な。
phones in 2010.
マユシはね、難しい話はよくわかんないけど、オカリンのことはよーくわかってるもん。
I mean, these people must be like paying through the nose for these data plans. They are amazing.
お前にこの俺がわかるというのか。
わかるよ。子供の頃から一緒だもん。
I don't... See, I never had a flip phone, Samus's. I don't remember them having it either, but... Yeah, I'm not the expert in that area.
もう切るぞ。バイト頑張れよ。
Yeah, like even now, I don't really have much data. I have 100 megs per month, which I rarely even use any of it because I'm just always on Wi-Fi, especially now that I'm, you know, with quarantine and just being stuck at home. How do I live? I pre-download anything I want to do. So like podcasts, books, anything like that. I pre-download all of that. Because really the only time I would end up using data. How do I have storage space for that? I don't even think I have that much storage space. We're going way off topic here, but can you tell me how much? I mean, I can't find it off the top, but I have a Samsung A20 as my phone. I can't imagine it has a whole lot. But, like, I have probably, I don't know, like 30 to 40 podcast episodes, one book, like 10 chapters of manga at any given time. That's about it. I guess I don't really keep pictures on my phone. That's one thing. If I like take pictures, I usually transfer them to my computer to an external hard drive. So I'm not clogging up both my computer and my phone. Oh, yeah, music. Yeah, I don't have any music on my phone. If I'm listening to something, I'm just listening to a podcast, or if I'm like sick of that, I would listen to the radio. But anytime I'm just listening to music, I'm just on YouTube at this point. I'm not on Spotify. Should hang up this phone call. It's been on for like 10 minutes. We're probably using up all their data.
たく、あのバカめ。
岡部、顔がにやけてる。
何を言うか、このセレセブが。
セレセブ言うな。
I was going to tell Chrissy the truth, but now I've changed my mind. The mad scientist Ho and Kyoma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like my ear. Oh gosh.
恋する乙女が好きな相手からのメールを待ってるみたい。
Well, plot twist. He just messaged us, so let's check it out. Okay. This message is clearly for Mim because it's titled Maid Experience. From Mayuri. You know, I've been working at May Queen for 3 months as of today. The other girls threw me a party. I can't believe I've been a maid for 3 months. Time sure flew by. Oh, but don't worry. Mayushi's still Okarin's hostage full time. Okay. Well, let's look at our options to reply to Mim. You need money to buy junk food or else you'll die of starvation. I understand. A party after just 3 months? Ridiculous. I don't see how that deserves congratulations. You girls are crazy. Or, I still can't believe you're working at a maid cafe. I mean, you still never cosplay outside of work. I like this one. We're gonna make Mim cosplay outside of work. Done. Sent. She sure likes to attack me for every little thing.
そんなに構ってほしいのか。
ささやかな復讐よ。あんたからのひどい扱いにいつもぐっと耐えてるんだから。それぐらい許せ。
Why don't you work at a maid cafe? So unfair. I've actually taken Mim to a maid cafe once.
これでも俺はお前をリスペクトしているつもりだぞ。
Yes, those are real. If in Toronto, at least, I don't know how it's working now. They probably aren't open just because of the virus and stuff. But there's one maid cafe I know in Toronto, and I've taken Mim there. Their actual like meals and stuff are okay. They have a really good Japanese style cheesecake, but you can also just get that for takeout. They have the store separate for that. And what else? They have like karaoke nights, so they also have. Yes, thank you, Nietzsche. Revealing where I take Mim.
名前すらまともに呼んだこともないくせによく言う。
Yeah, don't go there expecting good food.
それについてはすまないと思っている。
Chrissy lifts her face and stares at me in shock.
へえ、意外。あんたって謝るんだ。
謝るさ。だから
Don't
どうしようも
expect
ない
good
わ。
maids.
俺の脳はお前のことを助手のクリスティーナという認識で固定してしまっていて直しようがないからな。
回答して海馬に電極ぶっ刺してやりたい。
She just loves murdering our brain. Hippocampus governs memory and spatial navigation. Maybe it was just you, but the cafe you visited in Tokyo wasn't all that great. You weren't into it, but your friends wanted to go to one for the experience. Yeah, I get that. It's one of those things that you go and see. Right after that silly exchange, John Titer's mail arrives. Subject details. Greetings, Kyoma. Can you tell me exactly how you changed the past? I'd like to verify that what you said is true. Oh, it's Otto replying to him. We sent an email today. Set to arrive last Tuesday, 170 hours ago. I'll wait for it to finish typing so I can scroll back up, because it's going too fast for me to read. It contained the winning number for the third place prize of that night's Lotto 6 drawing. The moment we sent the email, my associates who'd helped plan the experiment and watched me send it instantly forgot that any of that happened When I checked, I found that the email had vanished from my phone's send history. I know for a fact it arrived in the past as my friend bought a Lotto 6 ticket based on information I had apparently given him. He got one of the numbers wrong, but otherwise it was an exact match. Read faster? I mean, I can read faster. You'll just hear
メ
nonsense
ールの
coming
相
out
手
of
っ
my
て
mouth.
誰？
ジョン・タイター。
嘘。
奴はよほど悪意のある人間以外に対してはオープンだ。メルアドも公開している。こうしてやり取りするのは2度目だ。
道理であんたがタイタンの書き込みを引用したがるわけだ。信者ってわけね。
そういうわけではない。だが奴の話にはうなずける点も多い。
そう？フィクションにしか思えないけど。
From Tater. Very interesting. That's very interesting. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past. I suspect that the email you sent changed Divergence, if only a little. Bravo. The instant your email arrived in the past, you shifted from your original world line to an ever so slightly different world line. On this world line, you received an email from the future containing the Lotto 6 numbers. You told your friends the numbers, perhaps because you didn't quite trust the email, but your friend got a number wrong when he purchased the ticket. The original email likely disappeared from your send history when the world line changed. All of this makes sense. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous world line. Just so we're clear, you are telling the truth, yes? Okay, I'm reading faster. Yes, I still have my memories from before the past was changed. That's the truth. By the way, this is actually the second time this has happened. You traveled 26 years into your past. Haven't you experienced something similar? Also, what effect do you think my intentional manipulation of time travel might have? That was a shorter message. It was much easier to read faster. John Tater. Memory. I've confirmed the divergence is currently set to 0.571015%. I cannot tell what the value was before you changed the past. This is because I, like your friends, have no memories of the world line before you change the past. In case of physical time travel, memories are retained, even if the world line changes. That's been proven by my own experience. But in the case of an email, like the one you sent, the time traveler changes the past without actually traveling through time. A situation that scientists in my time never even considered. It wasn't necessary, since the invention of the time machine in 2034 gave us means of physical time travel, so I'm afraid that I have no idea how to explain the phenomenon you've been experiencing. You love how he asks if we're telling the truth, as if we'd say, nah, I'm joking. How exactly do you measure divergence? Where did those numbers come from? Oh, that was really easy. Just have a phone call at this point. The many worlds interpretation. Strictly speaking, I was not being entirely accurate when I wrote that the Everett Wheeler model is accepted in my time. The first functional time machine was completed in 2034. Apparently the trick isn't to read faster, but to send shorter text. Exactly. I just don't have control over that. In the 2 years following that breakthrough, our understanding of the universe's structure grew dramatically. In 2036, scientists proved that the universe is comprised of attractor fields, which describe the extent of world line convergence. This theory was first proposed in 2020. So sometime this year, someone is going to propose world line convergence. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. I have a meter that measures divergence. A reading of 0% divergence corresponds to the world line I originally came from. In other words, it's a subjective, not absolute measurement. This is This tool can only indicate the current divergence. Please explain these attractor fields. How do they affect world lines? I think once we're done having this conversation with Titer, we will call the stream. So I think that'll be a good point to leave it, but I do want to read all of these messages at once, because they do chain together quite nicely. Observing convergence. This conversation will never end. If we use the time machine to just go back in time like 5 minutes, then yes. If attractor fields are the focal points of world line convergence, their existence is responsible for phenomena previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point making small changes to a world line due to convergence. Small changes do not have a lasting influence. Humans who can observe convergence are exceedingly rare. I haven't met anyone with that ability myself, so I'm unqualified to give you an accurate appraisal, but you, Kyoma, might be one such individual. You might have the power to observe convergence. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% divergence across the wall that divides attractor fields. The tone of Titer's mail has suddenly changed. He thinks I have some kind of power. The power to be a dick, maybe. First, I feel a sense of pride. Next comes apprehension. Could this be a trap? In the first place, I can't confirm if this is the real John Titer. I don't even know if the John Titer from 2000 was really a time traveler. I'm actually surprised, Hamus, you didn't do an Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. I thought that would be exactly the thing you would do. If Titer's worldline theory holds, then that could explain the supernatural events I've experienced. But this last statement is pretty hard to swallow. As soon as I begin to doubt, all of his words start to smell like lies. That stuff about the IBN 5100 might have been a lie too. That mysterious program code could just be a simple bug. Now he claims I have special powers. He's starting to sound like some New Age con artist. That's okay, Samus's. Besides, I don't need Titer to tell me that. We're going more and more insane. Chrissy jerks at the sound of my laughter, and I will ignore her. Oh, and this is Mayuri. So we'll read this text and then we'll stop, because it is not from John Titer. So yeah, after that, I will look for someone for us to raid, or if people have suggestions, please let me know about those now, and I'll decide once I've gone through this. Mayuri, you know why I don't cosplay? Mayushi doesn't want to stand out. I mean, I'm your hostage, right? I really wish that wasn't the note I was going to end this stream on. If you go back in time about 5 hours, you have a suggestion. Unfortunately, I cannot do that, and even if I could, I don't know if I have the ability to remember things, so I might just go back in time 5 hours and forget. Oh, wrong one. There we go. But yes, thank you for everyone who tuned in.